President Trump's massive tax cut and spending bill is crawling towards the finish line, and it appears it could hit the president's desk by his self-imposed July 4th deadline. ABC's Christiane Cordero has the latest from Washington.
After a marathon night on Capitol Hill, President Trump's massive tax cut and spending bill appears set to meet its self-imposed 4th of July deadline. The House voting on the bill's final passage as soon as Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries finishes speaking in opposition. As Minority Leader, Jeffries has an unlimited amount of time on the floor. He used that time to delay the vote as long as possible.
Take my sweet time on behalf of the American people, on behalf of their health care, on behalf of their Medicaid.
The vote followed another sleepless night of intense debate in Washington.
We must pass this bill to unleash economic growth and rural prosperity.
Time and time again, we see Republicans fold like cheap lawn chairs.
Yesterday, several House Republicans said they would vote no, calling the bill a budget buster. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates the bill will add $3.4 trillion to the national debt over the next 10 years. And in that same time frame, the CBO says some 11.8 million Americans could lose their health insurance coverage because of the bill's steep cuts to Medicaid. Just weeks ago, several Republican members of Congress and the president himself vowed to not touch Medicaid. The bill also fulfills several campaign promises like no taxes on tips and overtime pay, plus increased funding for border security. Trump, upping the pressure to get this over the finish line, met with a slew of Republicans at the White House last night.
The president's very engaged. He was very helpful in the process. He helped answer questions and articulate his vision.
In the end, all but one holdout flipped their vote from a no to a yes. Several Republicans flipped despite Elon Musk's threat to fund campaigns against anyone who supports the bill. Musk spent more than $200 million campaigning for President Trump and had tremendous access and influence in the White House until just a few weeks ago. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Congressman Chuck Fleischman was on Mix 104 yesterday. He spoke about President Trump's tax bill, saying Republicans are working to get the necessary votes in the House of Representatives.
And then we probably will not, and this is a guess, go to the floor until we have the votes to pass it, because that's an exercise in futility, and candidly, it hurts politically.
Does it get on his desk this Friday, in your opinion?
We hope so, but the president 2 days ago did put out a post basically saying that that is an ideal situation. He would like that. I will stay here to make sure that gets done. If it doesn't, he did say he would be amenable to waiting a couple of weeks in order to work out some differences.
Tennessee Representative Tim Burchett, however, says he's not concerned about the GOP's self-imposed July 4th deadline to pass this bill.
I don't care if it's July 40th. Honestly, those arbitrary dates, all that does is push us up against what we're doing right now, and that's panicking.
Representative Burchett voted to pass the original House version of the bill in late May. In a statement he made after the bill passed, he said in part, quote, President Trump and Congress have a mandate from the American people to implement the president's agenda into law. I am proud to stand with President Trump in his fight to take our country back.